For those of you who missed this week's episode of the Shadowspark Chronicles, here's what's been happening. Bishop, Gwynton, and Marslin, they make it back to Briarfork and return to Elza and Trenton's home. Elza is glad that they are alive and tells them that when they were gone, the bandits came and collected their money, and that Oz has been taken. Elza hands Marslin a letter, which he was very happy to take over because of the papers, and that letter was found by some villagers at the location that Oz had battled the bandits. Gwynton realizes that there is a hidden code in the letter, and Bishop figures out that by heating the paper up, they could find what is hidden underneath the words. A map of the bandits' hideout is shown in the light. They decide to wait until morning to head out to Balin's forest to find Oz. Jade tells Gunnar that they need to go find the gold that Gunnar buried and spend a good deal of time going through the caves northwest of Briarfork before finding the cave that Gunnar had used. They decide to camp for the night before heading back to the main road where Jade had been tracking Oz. Oz wakes up bound, and he is being dragged through the bandits' hideout. He is brought before the camp's leader, a Goliath named Olston Rockfoot. Olston talks to Oz as if he knows a secret and makes him watch as two brothers fight to the death for Olston's amusement, all while not taking his eyes off of Oz. Oz refuses to answer any of his questions, and before Olston knocks him out, he calls Oz by his real name, Ozeldoth Frost of House Frost. Then everything goes black. Bishop wakes Marslin and Gwynton up, and they walk with Trenton to the farmer's market before heading out of town. They make their way back to Balin's forest, this time following the map. As quietly as they can, they make their way through the forest until they find a large tree. Not only do they find the tree, but it seems as if a small town was built around it. Not realizing how big this operation actually was, the three of them begin to discuss their options. They are rudely interrupted by someone from behind them and are taken under guard to talk with Olston. After a conversation with Olston, Oz is brought out, still bound, and he explains that very important people are looking for Oz, and they can either pay him gold to free him, or he would hold him until that someone comes looking for him. The group pay the money, and Bishop tries to get Olston to back off Briarfork, or at least let them stabilize so that they aren't bleeding themselves dry. Olston, as expected, denies this request. He explains that he and Oz are from the same family, and that he will be informing them of this Oz's current whereabouts. He releases Oz to the group and tells them to leave the forest immediately. Jade and Gunnar go back to the road and pick up the trail, but soon find that it sizzles off. They decide to go back to where the group dug the holes to reunite with them. Once Bishop, Oz, Marslin, and Gwynton leave the forest, he decides to open up a little bit about his past, and that he has probably endangered them by traveling with them. Gwynton reassures him that the two of them are friends, and he wasn't going to let him remain imprisoned by someone as evil as Olston. They make it back to Briarfork by nightfall, and sit down and eat with Elza and Trenton. Bishop is summoned by Luna. Luna is all full and jazzed up on life and renewed energy. She wants to be like Bishop and doesn't want him to go away again. She doesn't want to forget him. Bishop explains that he needs to go and help other children like he helped her. She isn't happy about it, but she understands. She asks him to stay with her through the night. He waits a while after she falls asleep and sneaks down to the workshop to make Luna a gift. The rest of the group fall asleep for the night. Jade and Gunnar make it back to the area that the group set up watch and find that they are no longer there. Since it's getting late, they decide to stay there for the night and both fall asleep in the holes. Jade wakes up the next morning to three shadowy figures standing right over the hole. Please join us every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as we continue the adventure of the Shadowspark Chronicles. And as always, we will see you in the dungeon. Spend a good deal of time going through the caves northwest of Briarfork, before